When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. Hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll try the left side. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the play fake. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Safe completion on the screen. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They're going to run it to the right. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Flicks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Texas A&M looking to convert on fourth here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Ayers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The play fake. He unleashes a long one. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air, it's Ayers. Going for it all. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Back's looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it.
Going for the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Here's a heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the move, it's De La Rosa. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Rushes on him. A strike downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. It may be time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll open the second half with a run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. Now, you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Looking to pass, it's Sullivan. Trying to set up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Looking for a gap. It's Stewart. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Spreads it inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Defense in press coverage. Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. In play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're looking for space to run behind the left tackle. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down coming up.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Sooners in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Sullivan. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands. There he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the 30-yard line on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
It's reverse. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wants to throw. It's Sullivan. Looking left. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. Finds a tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down, fourth quarter. Need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Pulls and fired complete. Turning it on. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
To the air, it's Sullivan. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
as a defense, the important thing to understand about this situation is I know where they got to get to. They got to get to the end zone. I can drop back, play everything a little bit deeper, make them throw that ball underneath, come rally and tackle. So I got them in a very predictable situation.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.